1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. REM from Green, that's Orange Crush. Don't forget, NEW brings you REM in concert Wednesday night at midnight. Keep that in mind as we head through the week here. Good afternoon, it's Opie and it's Anthony.
Hey, how you doing, man?
You're looking at all the bride photos.
This is out of Newsday, right?
Yes.
Sunday Newsday? Yeah, I guess we're playing Ugly Bride today. It is Monday.
Okay.
All I got to say is contenders in this week's.
It's going to be pretty tough to decide who is the ugliest bride this week.
This is a toughie.
Don't forget, there's no ugly brides, just bad photographs.
Of course, we all know that, Opie.
We'll get into that a little later on the show.
Save that.
Later this hour, you got a chance to win the Rolling Stones No Security live set CD. When you hear Eddie Money's 2 Tickets to Paradise, if you're the 10th caller, 212-757-1027, you will score the Rolling Stones CD, all right?
Score.
That's right. So what are we going to do today?
Well, it is a Monday.
Yeah.
So, I don't have any clue, Opie, what we're going to delve into today.
That's how we start every show. We like it this way.
Well, we got the weekend to talk about. We got, of course, Piazza.
Yeah.
His huge paycheck that he's going to be getting.
Well, I don't think we could really talk about that because the fan has pretty much taken care of that today.
The fan does have that every phone call.
Am I going to Mad Dog?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Yeah, boy, that's a lot of money, huh? Piazza's making?
Well, remember, he still has to pay taxes, though.
Yeah, well, that's true. All right, well, thanks. I just wanted to comment. I thought that was a lot of money.
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, what can I do for you today?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
How come I'm hearing you out of the radio?
Turn down your radio.
Oh, there you are. Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
I want to, start a new topic today on the show.
Okay.
Boy, that Piazza's making a lot of money, huh?
So if you just want to...
Hey, do you realize that it's $100,000 every time he scratches his nuts during the game? Every time he steps up to the plate for an at-bat appearance, it's $10,000.
Every time he hocks one of them loogies, that's like $10,000 right there.
There you go. So,
yeah, if you want to hear that all day, I guess you could go to the fan.
Yeah, that would be very exciting radio, of course.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear like pussy music, you go over to the Fat Boy Show. Is there anything else to listen to in the afternoons? I'm seriously trying to figure out if there is.
I don't know.
We have a guy on the classic rock station that he plays comedy albums and makes believe that's entertaining.
Oh, God, come on. Hearing Lily Tomlin from 1969 for the 80th time, that's not funny?
All right.
That's great stuff.
So I can't really go there today. K-Schlock has, guys trying to do Howard's show.
Yeah.
So there's not much going on there. Mike and the Mad Dog will be talking about Piazza all day.
Yeah.
Rocky will probably have some kind of Knuckleheads in the News, segment.
In between the Celine Dion songs.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything else out there?
No. Sorry, folks. This is it.
Sorry. You're stuck with us.
You apologize, but that's all you get.
There you go. Fax line is 212-957-WNEW. On the way, we got some Who and the latest from Johnny Lang next. Stay there. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. U2 from the greatest hit CD. That's the sweetest thing. It's Opie and Anthony. We got to congratulate Jeffrey Steckler of New City. He's got the Rolling Stones live CD, No Security. Congratulations, Jeffrey. Another chance to win next hour when you hear Neil Young's My Hey Hey. Beat the 10th caller at 212-757-1027. And you too will score the Rolling Stones live CD. All right?
Rock. Yeah, how you holding up?
I'm doing all right. I guess we should just, tell the listeners we share everything with them.
Oops, all congested today. Yeah. What is it, an allergy you're saying?
Well, I mean, you've been with me a while now. You know I get these from time to time.
Sure, allergies.
But I can't figure out what it is, because I think it's something I ate, because it lasts for 24 hours. And I'll go through this whole roll of toilet paper, and I'll be fine tomorrow. So...
Great.
I'm going to be a mess today.
So now you're old.
Yeah, but the good news is I took some of that Alka-Seltzer cold medicine.
Yeah.
It says right on the package, it doesn't cause drowsiness and stuff. Yeah, right.
No heavy machinery should be operated?
I should not be operating the NEW board here at this moment in time. They should write that stuff definitely throws you for a loop, because I'm, loopy right now.
We had an interview before the show with Steppin' Out Magazine.
Yeah.
Chauncey was here, and... every quote of Opie's is,
I just hope he, spells that right in the interview.
ACHOOO.
I know.
Achoo.
But we are going to have fun today.
Yeah.
Ugly Bride is on the way. I just found out that Robert Schimmel's stopping by, our pal.
That's what I hear.
We haven't talked to him in a while. He's a very funny comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And did you watch any of the football yesterday?
No, actually, I missed all the games yesterday.
There was so much excitement yesterday. The Jets looked great. But then again, they had to compete against Steve DeBerg, 44-year-old quarterback for the Falcons. That was just a mess. I think that experiment wasn't successful for the Falcons.
No.
So I think they're going to go with the fourth-string quarterback next week because DeBerg just didn't get the job done. Jets
not working.
Jets really did look good, especially on offense. And did you hear about the guy who set the record for the longest field goal yesterday?
Yeah, how far was this?
63 yards at the end of the half at the Denver game.
Man.
Do you know who used to have the record, Anthony?
No.
You don't know anything about him? He was one of my favorite players of all time.
It's the guy with the half a foot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dempsey.
Right, okay.
Dempsey had like a club foot. Like he had no toes. And he had this boot that was like wooden, and it was just square. And remember, he used to have like half an arm.
Yeah.
And he has the record, or now he's tied with the record with this guy that did it yesterday.
That's a good job if you have half a foot.
63 yards. You think?
I think it'd be easier to kick a field goal with half a foot, because then you got that good flat front working for you.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, the best part of watching Dempsey play, every once in a while, like the kicker has to make a tackle and stuff.
Yeah.
It used to be like a freak show out there. He'd be running after the guy with like a clubbed foot and a half an arm, and he would still make the tackles. The guy was classic.
Yeah, I got to look at some of those films.
It's unbelievable, actually. So, yeah, I was in front of the TV all day yesterday watching sports. Giants had the week off, obviously, and they needed it. So, all right. Ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, on the way, we got some Phil Collins, and we're getting some requests for Days of New. We can take care of that as well. Fax line 212-957-WNEW if you're working. And I don't know what's going on with the instant feedback. No one wants to play with us today on a Monday yet?
A couple of stragglers out there plinking away on their laptop, but nothing much. WNEW.com, and you can instantly email us.
Yeah, you must have something to discuss with us. Send it in, all right?
Everyone's waiting for Ugly Bride.
Oh, really?
I guess so. Get your Sunday news days out from the recycle bin and look for the wedding section where they show the brides and grooms, and you could play Ugly Bride with us a little later.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's going to be a tough one today. There's been a lot of hotties lately.
Yeah, but there's lots of contenders for this week's Ugly Bride contest.
Today it's anyone's race, except her. She's kind of cute.
Oh, let me see.
Up top, I mean, that's not bad.
Oh, that's very nice. 102.7 WNEW, the Rock of New York with the Pretenders. Joe Jackson before that. And that band from Kentucky. Days of the New, the Downtown. It's Opie and Anthony. Thanks for checking us out today. So you digging the daylight savings time, Ant?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great.
I love this. It's really good. I went outside for lunch just so I could see the sunset. I like it a lot. It's great.
Isn't that horrible?
Oh, it's just so depressing, isn't it? Because we're not used to it yet, you know?
No.
Like, if this was the middle of summer, we'd have 5 hours of daylight still.
Get out of work.
Ahead of us.
Do whatever you want.
Now, I'm looking out the window behind me. Now, is that the sunrise for Tuesday? Did it get dark already, and this is actually the sunrise for tomorrow? I mean, how does this work?
I think you're a little confused, but you're close.
Close, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is it like, what, the sun's out for, 20 minutes now?
That's it. We get a quick flash.
From 10:20 in the morning to 10:40, I believe.
Well, it is just the beginning of the long downslide that is winter. So, yeah, it gets dark, but now is nothing compared to what it is another month.
True.
A month and a half, you start really getting, I mean, you get to work, and it's starting to get dark.
Yeah.
Then you get home, it's pitch black, or the sun's coming up, like you said.
Sure.
And you know what comes after it starts getting dark? Snow. Be the guy there with your little cassette case, scraping the windshield saying,
I wish I didn't throw away my ice scraper from last
Yeah, I
week.
know. It's a little too early to talk about this, but that's what I do every spring. I'm convinced, the last snowfall, I throw my ice scraper away going, I'm not going to need this anymore. Whoops. That's it. I usually am prepared with a nice big broom in the back of my truck so I can just wipe off the snow. I throw that away every spring as well.
Well, like you said, it's not near that time yet, but this is the first little inkling that here it comes. Summer is over.
I look forward to December 21st. Because after that, then it just starts getting better a little bit every day.
You could at least start rationalizing that the days are getting a little longer.
A little longer.
But, yeah, I can't take this anymore because you leave work, and it's pitch black.
Yeah.
You get out at, 5 o'clock and stuff, and it's just pitch black out. People don't know how to drive in the dark, so the traffic is worse. It's just a mess.
There you go.
Leave it the way it was. I see no purpose in daylight savings time.
Yeah, I don't either. How did this start? No, I don't
Ben
even.
Franklin.
I know people are gonna call up and tell us how it started. I don't really care. I just want to know where the sun went.
So the farmers had more daylight.
Blah blah.
As I gaze out upon Manhattan, I really relate to the farmers.
Yeah. When was the last time we were farmers?
Well, see, the weenie guy needs more daylight to cook his weenies on the corner 57th and 7th.
Anthony, on the way, we got Ugly Bride.
All right.
Also, I guess we got to play it. I was going to try to hold off on playing it today, but everyone's calling for They Call My Name's Bill from Friday.
Oh, boy.
That was unbelievable. Actually, we'll do that the next time we talk, okay?
Okay.
And also, Ant, you want to feel old today?
What?
Jacqueline Smith from Charlie's Angels. Guess how old she is today?
Jacqueline Smith?
She was gorgeous, too.
Man. Yeah, she was always the hottest one.
What a box.
Yeah, she's still got to be pretty hot. I don't know. I couldn't even guess.
51 years old today. Ooh. She's as old as the First Lady, whose birthday is also today.
It's like doing your mom.
Wow, 51?
51. So happy birthday, Jacqueline. Like she cares. Like she's out there saying, oh, thanks, guys, for wishing me a happy birthday.
She looks better than Hillary.
Yes, she does.
For sure.
She actually looks very good.
Yeah.
50's not as old as it used to be.
You know who didn't age too well? Farrah.
No.
Like, remember, she was like the hot one.
Yeah,
Charlie's Angel.
Last time she was on Letterman, she had some problems there, huh?
Yeah. Now she looks like... Remember how she used to beat herself up for those roles like The Burning Bed?
Yeah.
Now she just looks like that.
Now she just could get the parts without
makeup.
Yeah. Oh. Ouch, Barb.
That's terrible.
All right, on the way, we got ZZ Top, the Goo Goo Dolls, and if you didn't hear, They Call My Name's Bill from Friday. Stick around. I think you might be shocked. You might laugh. You might want to
pissed at us. You probably will get pissed.
1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York. It's Opie and Anthony. A little later this hour, when you hear Neil Young's My, Hey, Hey, be the 10th caller at 212-757-1027, and you're going to win the Rolling Stones live CD, No Security. We're giving that away all day long for you today. We've been giving away a lot of stuff here at NEW.
Yes. Yes, we have.
Oh, you don't want to talk today, Anthony?
What, elaborate?
Yeah. That's like a thought. That's like a conversation starter.
Oh.
No?
No, that's okay. You do that.
Okay.
With your cold or allergy or whatever it is.
Yeah, thanks. Why is the phones ringing?
Why are the phones ringing? Well, at least Opie's grammar decoding sheet came in.
Well, what do you mean? What did I say wrong there?
What you just said?
Why are the phones ringing?
You said, why is the phones ringing? I'm sorry.
Well, I have an excuse today, though. The cold medicine.
Oh, that's true. Okay. It's a miracle you're speaking at all.
At this point, it is. Trust me, you should. The amount of medicine I took today could have killed an elephant.
People have really picked up on...
All right, you could read that fax, and we can play They Call My Name's Bill. Well, we promised people we'd play it here.
No, we'll play it here. We'll get to that later.
All right. What do they send in? You can tease that.
It's Opie's grammar decoding sheet. And it's got a bunch of words and their definitions and how they are used by you, Opie.
I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun for me to listen to.
And how you could use your newly learnt vocabulary to complete the following sentence. Newly learnt. That's funny.
I'm never going to live down Teached, am I?
No.
Okay, great. All right, this is the Alzheimer call from Friday.
Yes, I believe, Opie, this doesn't show the people that we are cruel. Mm-hmm. I believe it shows the tireless effort made by the people at the Alzheimer's administration and how they just come through no matter what hits them. What people say when they call up to try to help.
All right. So we had
disclaimer.
Yeah, I guess. So we have this character They Call My Name's Bill.
Thank you.
Which, by the way, is loosely based on Mickey Rooney's
Bill.
Bill.
character, Bill.
Did you ever see the Bill movie?
My name's Bill. Hello, Barry. Barry, I can't go with you to Iowa because I have a new job making coffee at Wild Bill's Coffee Shop.
Oh, my God. I got in such trouble watching that movie. That's a movie a guy can only get in trouble watching.
Yeah.
I'm with the girlfriend years ago when it first came out, like 1980, 81. And we're sitting there. She's crying her eyes out
Because old Bill was in an institution, and Perry came by and did a little TV show on him. Oh, boy, we're doing TV show. and he was a man who had a toupee.
Yeah.
And he always said, I have regular good hair and good teeth, too. Thank you.
and I'm roaring laughing.
Yeah.
Just roaring.
It's supposed to be a drama, but you got to rent it. It's a comedy.
Bill!
It really is a comedy. Do the line where they bring him home to Connecticut.
Yeah.
What was that, for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Perry and his wife bring him to Perry's house, and there's some chicken on the table, and Bill's not used to company, so he's like,
Oh, I love chicken.
and they're all like, now, Bill, easy, Bill, be careful, calm down. And he's just grabbing with his fingers, these big, gnarly, Mickey Rooney, Vienna sausage-looking fingers, pulling all the chicken onto his plate.
Boy. Oh, boy.
And then he got yelled at.
Yeah.
Bill, put that chicken back. And he ran into the kitchen and stood in the corner. And there I am, tears rolling down my face. I'm laughing so hard. And my girlfriend's just punching me. You insensitive F!
Oh, boy.
Do the phone number, too, real fast.
Oh, when Perry went away for the weekend or for a week to go for this job, and Bill needed him. So he goes to a payphone, and it's like, number, please. He's like, I'm looking for Perry Moore, 535-832-928-36-592. Too many numbers, sir. Try again.
Perry Moore, 582-685-39-40-87-12.
Couldn't get in touch with him.
So there you go.
My sister lives on Florida Street.
He's chasing his old broad down the road.
Yeah.
Come back!
And she's like, get away from me. My name is Ida. It was great.
So if you're looking for an unusual rental, Bill.
That's a comedy.
Starring Mickey Rooney, 1980, right? Around there?
Yeah, around there sometime.
1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. My, hey, hey, from Neil Young from Live Rust. That was the song you had to be listening for this hour to win the Rolling Stones live CD, No Security. And Al Davis of Rutherford, New Jersey was paying attention, and he's got the latest CD from the Stones. It's Opie and Anthony. Hey, another chance to win next hour as far as the Rolling Stones CD goes. Got to be listening for Golden Earrings, Radar Love when you hear that. Be the 10th caller at 212-757-1027, and you'll score that CD. Also, I think we're going to play a round of Ugly Bride.
Well, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
We have the Newsday, Sunday Newsday, the wedding section. It's got the beautiful pictures of the brides and grooms that just recently married, with their names and where they're from and what they do now. Got some, doctors, lawyers.
Lawyers, I see.
Look at this. A bachelor's degree from Kent State University.
Whoa, hey.
Wow, look at that.
Okay.
This guy. And we're looking for the ugly bride. You call up with your copy of Sunday Newsday.
Yeah.
And get the same page out, the weddings page. It's on, I don't know what page it is. It's not even on here. Page G30.
Okay.
Sounds good. And if you match our choice for Ugly Bride, what'll you win? Oh, what do we got? Aerosmith CD?
Rick, what do we got?
We got the...
Got the new Aerosmith CD, the double CD.
Oh.
An Opie and Anthony T-shirt.
Oh, well. Worth the price of admission right there.
And a package of Pez candy.
Yeah, can we throw in a Pez dispenser, too, for this? Great.
I don't know. I don't think we have the Pez dispenser.
We don't have the budget for it. All right.
Just the candy. It's not fun eating Pez candy without the Pez dispenser.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the way it goes.
So, 212-757-1027 if you want to play Ugly Bride, okay? And remember, there are no ugly brides, Anthony.
Just bad pictures.
Exactly. The Rock of New York, 1027 WNEW. The Wallflowers, Heroes. It's Opie and Anthony. Lots going on this hour. In just about 15 minutes, we're going to be talking to Robert Schimmel, a very funny comedian and our pal. We've had him on the air in the past, and he's a lot of fun. Also, later on this hour, we're going to play Golden Earring, Radar Love. When you hear that, be the 10th caller at 212-757-1027 to pick up a copy of the latest Rolling Stones CD, the live thing. No security, okay?
All right.
They're showing footage on TV of John Glenn training for this big space mission of his that's going down, Thursday?
Yes, Opie, the countdown has begun already.
Now, why is he going to space? Into space?
Well, they say it's to, test how an older body functions in weightlessness and spaceflight.
I don't buy it.
Yeah.
I think they're just drumming up some interest for the space program.
That's it. He's like the Mark McGuire of space now. He's got to do something, that hasn't
extraordinary, right?
Yeah. And as far as space travel goes, the biggest thing they could do now is just start putting people that aren't astronauts up there.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's kind of compelling in a way, but it's kind of like the Jerry Lewis telethon. You know, when like pledges are really, really down, they start rolling out the kid with just a head and stuff to get the pledges up. I think they need to build some support for the space program, so they're inventing things now. It's like
rolling the head out, Opie.
Well, continue with my point here, Ed.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, like that, the space program, they need some interest. So, okay, let's put John Glenn back up into space.
Right.
After that, it'll be like the first paraplegic ever in space.
How can they get the wheelchair into the space vehicle? How will they fasten it down? Will they be able to just go as freely as the rest of them?
Oh,
that'll be the big thing.
They'll have an hour show explaining all that. And then after the paraplegic, the first lesbian couple in space.
Oh.
And then after that, the first lesbian couple doing a threesome with a paraplegic guy in space. They're just inventing things now. Just as, spark of interest. Because when was the last time you actually stayed home from school or work to watch a space shuttle go up?
I think when they were going to put the first civilian into space.
Yeah, that was
Krista McAuliffe.
That was tragic, obviously.
Didn't work out too well, no.
But we used to, blow off work and school and stuff to watch this, and now it's like a plane just taking off at LaGuardia. It's really no one cares.
Commonplace.
But if all of a sudden the news said, hey, there's going to be a monkey, driving the plane Tuesday, and we got live footage of it, we're all going to watch again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would watch that.
That's what I'm getting at. They just need to, spark some interest in the space program, probably so they could get more funding down the road.
Well, they say this will be the most watched launch ever in history.
Yeah.
Because obviously the stations will all cover the launch. The launch has been covered now by CNN, pretty much, and that's it.
Yeah.
Channel 5 still runs the I Love Lucy reruns, and doesn't matter. No one really cares. So this did spark some interest.
And we get to see Walter Cronkite again. He's all excited because he's got some attention now once again.
I'll be covering John Glenn's return to space. It's going to be fantastic. What thing done, gonna be the first time he's back in space.
He wanted to be the oldest guy in space.
Yeah, who is he kidding? He should just stick to his yacht. He's the oldest man, on a yacht. The paper yesterday had some interesting points about this, though.
All right.
When John Glenn went in space in 1962, the subway, Anthony, cost 15 cents.
Oh, it's a lot more expensive now.
That's right. It's $1.50 now in 1998, Anthony.
Outrageous.
When John Glenn went into space in 1962, a movie ticket cost 75 cents.
Fantastic.
Now it costs you $9 to go to a film.
Oh,
this is all the stuff you could have heard on the Wacky DJs show in the morning, I guess. They were all hashing this stuff out.
Yeah. Guess what a Pontiac Grand Prix cost back in 1962?
How much would that have been, Opie?
$2,800,
Whoa, be a little more expensive for a new car now. Outrageous.
It would be $23,000 today.
Wax-zanerific.
And guess what the White House crisis back in 1962 was, Anthony?
Anal sex with a Boy Scout. No? Oh, I'm being outrageous.
Close. Another type of missile. The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh!
Today's scandal, Monica Lewinsky.
Come on. All these facts no one even cares about.
Yeah. You always make a good point about the space program.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty much a men thing. It's a man thing. Although there are women astronauts nowadays.
Au contraire, yes. There's a lady going up with John Glenn on Thursday, Anthony.
I beg to differ.
What do you mean you beg to differ?
I went to the NASA webpage and punched up her picture.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell it was a girl until I had to read like 2 paragraphs down until it said she went to this school.
But they have her picture right there, don't they?
Yeah, look.
Let me see.
Look, okay.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's no lady.
Look.
Oh, man.
That's a guy.
Yes, it is.
I will have a freeze-dried pool in space. I will have a freeze-dried Funtang Park.
Yeah, it's Muki Makawaki. Wait a minute. What's the name? I don't even know the name. Chaki Mukai.
Chaki Mukai.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Payload specialist. Just happens to be a doctor.
You know, I think I
What
ate
a
that
coincidence.
Saturday night. Yeah. Went to a sushi restaurant.
Isn't that a coincidence? You think if John Glenn was going, they... Oh, well. Yeah, doctor.
All right.
But, it's... space program is pretty much a man-driven thing. Has been since the beginning. And I think, maybe it's just me, it was guys just getting away from their wives. Maybe I'm wrong, but... I think the last time John Glenn was away from his wife was probably February 20th, 1962.
Yes.
She doesn't want him to go.
No, she doesn't.
Which just proves that's probably why he's going. Just to get away from his wife for a few more minutes.
It just wants a few days alone for once in his miserable life, right?
Yet these guys, the astronauts, especially the original astronauts back then, I mean, there was no comprehension of what they were doing going into space. And I don't think the wives understood either. Especially John Glenn's wife, you know, it had never been done before. He was probably like, hon, I'm going into space. Going to be the first person in space. First person in orbit. Oh, How many of your friends are going to be in orbit, in this orbit? No, honey, you don't understand. I'm making history. I am going to be the first man to orbit the Earth in outer space. Well, any girls in this orbit? When are you coming back? You're going to take out the garbage before you go to this orbit. Aren't you? Is your friend Bob going to be at this orbit? You know, last time you went out with him, you stayed out all night, too. So how far away is this? Oh, it's, you know, a few hundred miles in space, you know. Will you call me? I better get a phone call.
And leave the checkbook behind.
Yeah, so he's going into space again, I think, to get away from his wife.
To get away from his wife. Simple as that. All right.
Hope he makes it. As everybody else has been saying, Godspeed, John Glenn.
Well, they're actually, I think Vegas has odds right now whether or not he's going to survive.
I've heard that, too, yeah. People are betting whether John Glenn is going to live through this flight.
Well, you want to bet a beer?
Oh, this is horrible. I've been such a fan of the space program my whole life. I'm not going to bet on the life of John Glenn, American hero.
Budweiser.
Okay. All right, a beer.
Budweiser?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if he goes the way you said he's going to...
Well, can I pick dead?
Of course. Go ahead. Pick dead.
Well, I just think, like, gravity's a bitch, and he's going to be up there in space. Just remember, I'm heavily medicated today. I just think, like, his scrotum's going to wrap around his neck and strangle him.
In the weightlessness of outer space, he will be strangled by his own sack, is what you're saying.
And if that happens, do I win 2 beers?
Yeah, if that happens, I'll give you a couple of beers.
We should bet on how he's going to die, too.
You are twisted, man.
What? I thought we were just having fun here.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
Now he's in shock.
Take another shot of NyQuil.
All right, so I'm going to go with dead.
Oh, I have to go with alive. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You got to hope he makes it back.
Well, I
horrible.
Obviously hope, he makes it back.
They say it's not too bad.
But a beer would be nice.
The whole launch and everything isn't as rough as they make it in the movies, like all shaky and everything.
Oh, yeah, right.
I say it's pretty smooth.
Okay. So there you have it. On the way, we got Robert Schimmel stopping in. And if you got something for the show, 212-757-1027. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. The latest from John Mellencamp. Your Life Is Now. Van Halen 2. It's Opie, it's Anthony, and it's Robert Schimmel making a visit to the studio.
How you doing?
He's real mellow.
Yeah.
Are you down because it's dark like us?
What? Yeah, it is kind of dark out.
What happened? We get like 20 minutes of sunlight now, we've decided.
Yeah.
Like the mole people.
Looks like that's perfect for Halloween, though. Really starting to look like Halloween weather.
Yeah. I don't know.
Puts everyone in the mood.
Yeah.
Puts me in a depressed mood.
Yeah.
Me too.
I liked it when it was light out.
Halloween's what, in like 3 days or something? It's 3 days to go out and get some razor blades and apples.
Just don't dress like Monica and Bill this year.
Yeah.
I think if you show up at a party dressed as Monica in the blue dress and a stupid wig and a stain on the dress, you're a loser.
Yeah.
The Bill costume with a big plastic cigar, and you got to be in your boxer shorts.
Yeah.
Just smack that guy in the head.
And you're going to put the knee pads on as Monica. Great. Yeah. That's a great costume. You're one of 20. You're one of 20 in the bar right now. Great. Thanks for coming. So what's up, Robert?
Doing Conan O'Brien tomorrow.
Are you going to be awake for it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was going on last night. I had to go on like 2 times to clear material for the standards and practices and censors.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What didn't they like?
Well, because last time I was on, last year, I went on and I was in the dressing room. Conan came in and he said, "What are you going to open with?" And as a joke, I said, I was at the dentist and I had nitrous oxide for the first time. I'm sitting there with the mask on, and then the dentist comes in. He said, "Okay, Robert, you're going to feel a little prick in your mouth." And I said, "I'm going to need a lot more gas before that starts happening." He said, "You better turn that all the way up because I either want to love it or not remember it happened." Well, that wasn't part of the plan that night. And
whoa, they didn't like that one, huh?
So they censored that one. That's too bad. I like that joke.
Yeah, I was in an office right after my set, and they were going, "A little prick in the mouth."
Well, you're obviously meant to pinch. I don't understand.
And I said, "My dentist says that," and they go, "Okay, but your dentist isn't on prime time."
I don't see the problem at all. I don't get it. So.
So that was it. So then it was been a year. So now they want me back on. I have a new CD that just came out on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So they want me to come on, but I have to behave myself.
Did you go over there already and hash things out with them?
I did some hashing, and I've got a couple of shows I got to do tonight for a little more hashing. Some hashing and rehashing before tomorrow.
So,
and then, they'll change their mind 10 times before tomorrow, too.
So you have to do your act in front of some suits, and they decide, oh man, that's brutal.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
And they're sitting there, and they're not getting your humor and stuff because they're all stuffy.
Yeah. Oh, you have to be so careful about what you're saying, you can't mention any product names. They're afraid that you can. I did this thing about having a heart attack, and I said that, that these are symptoms that you are having angina pain, that these are angina symptoms that show your heart can't handle the workload. And I said, workload? Who are you screwing, Louis Anderson? And he said, but Louis Anderson's another guy.
That's what makes it funny. Jesus.
They said, maybe if you say Roseanne. And I said, I'm not going to say Roseanne.
No.
People are going to boo. If you say Roseanne, they're going to go, oh.
Yeah.
But Louis,
Everyone likes to pick on Louis, too. So
I remember I was with Louis once. I think it was in Montreal at the Comedy Festival. And I said,
how'd your heart do?
What? And I said, Louis, you're so big. I said, how can anybody do it with you? I said, for somebody to go down on you, you'd have to lay across like 2 chairs face down and have somebody roll underneath like on those things the car mechanics use. And he looked at me and said, you got it all worked out already.
Louis is just a mess.
Yeah, that's because my father beat me all the time when
He's always bitching about his childhood.
Yeah, too bad.
I never found him that funny.
So my parents were nice to me, and I couldn't write a book about it because nobody would want to buy that book.
Yeah. You need to be beat for good reading.
Yeah, you do. That's what's going to sell.
Yeah.
It's true. It's horrible. That's why I was telling somebody today, they said that, you got to watch out when you go on TV and radio and you can't be obscene. And what's on the cover of the USA Today? That, the baseball players just signed a thing for $91 million. That's pretty obscene to me.
That's more obscene than Dirty Joe.
$30,000 a year.
Yeah.
I mean, how many teachers and cops' salaries add up to $91 million?
Pretty much all of them.
The whole force.
The whole force in New York. Right.
You're expecting to be protected by somebody that's getting $30,000. They got to go knock on somebody's door, not knowing if there's somebody with a shotgun on the other side, and someone else is playing balls getting $91 million.
There you go.
Well, it wouldn't work. Piazza running in going, freeze, drop it, I'm a ball player.
Yeah. Throw your gun over here.
A great catch. That gun just a bit outside, but picked up by Piazza.
1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York with Golden Earring. You're hanging with Opie and Anthony and Robert Schimmel. He's going to be on Conan tomorrow night.
That's right.
We've been discussing a lot of topics as Golden Earring was playing. We were discussing John Glenn. How do you feel about John Glenn going back into space, Robert?
I think it's a publicity stunt, definitely.
Thank you. That's what we said.
And just a way to get away from his wife, probably. Because he's probably sitting around pontificating about what it was like to be in the space program, and his wife's going, yeah. So he's going to go up and, like, he's going to be, it's going to be like the way I look at it is, the only way I can relate to it is it's like being on one of Rodney Dangerfield's young comedian specials. It's like John Glenn's like Rodney, and he gets to have first-time astronauts go up with him.
Anthony thinks he looks like the turtle from Bugs Bunny.
Well, because they're all wearing the spacesuit, and it looks fine on everybody else, but then you just see that old head poking out of the top of it. It's like when you put the old guy behind the cutout of the muscle man. You put his head there. It looks just like that. And his head looks like the turtle from the Bugs Bunny cartoon.
I'm gonna beat the red.
Kind of all crunchy in there in the neck.
Yes, we get the joke.
Well, I hope that everything's okay. If anything happens to that launch, man, he's the one that's going to get all the publicity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, he'll be the one getting his own stamp, and the rest of them, you won't know their names.
That's true. He died a hero with those other guys.
So
that'll be tragic.
We're also talking about censorship because a lot of the jokes that you want to do, you're not going to be able to do on Conan tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You want to give us another joke on our show that they will not see on Conan tomorrow? Yeah, that is a delay, by the way, if that's what you're looking at.
We do have an escape hatch, if need be.
You do? Well.
Oh, no. I just gave him a loaded gun.
No. I'm trying to think of what would be a good one that I can't do on there. Well, you can't say anything you can't say in and ass in the same sentence. No matter what it is.
Right.
I saw an ass in the circus. You can't say that. They go nuts. Or you can't say but and in. You can't say in and but. You can't say, well, we went in, but. And they go, nope.
That goes to show you where their minds are, huh?
I know. Here's what it was. I said I went to a gym, and the guy said, hey, you want to, after a workout, there's nothing like a nice jacuzzi. And I look at some of the people in the jacuzzi, and I said, I'm not getting in there unless I have a condom on and a cork in my ass. Because I don't know them, and I don't want any of that water going in any opening there. And they go, oh, no, people could take that the wrong way. What wrong way?
There's only one way to look at that.
Yeah. They can't say cork in. They said you can say on. A cork on my ass?
That doesn't work.
Not at all. Now, the Virgin Mary might be appearing tomorrow.
That's right.
You were telling me.
I was on a trailer on a couple blocks away from the Hilton. It said the Virgin Mary's going to appear in New York. With my luck, it'll be just when I'm hitting the stage on Conan. They're going to cut to a live remote with the Virgin Mary, and they're going to come back just as the audience is clapping, and Conan's going to say, that's the best set we've ever had on the show. Thanks for coming in, Robert.
You might get the spillover audience of people that go, we could see the Virgin Mary anytime.
Yeah, she's doing 2 shows tonight.
2 shows.
Yeah. 2 drink minimum with the Virgin Mary.
She'll be doing a late show. Yeah. There you go. Anything else on your mind, Robert?
Oh, I got a computer for my daughter. She just went to college, and she asked me if I could hook her up for the internet because that way she could do homework and stuff. So, I go on America Online, and the first thing I did was go in the lesbian chat lounge. And I'm in there for like 2 seconds, and all of a sudden all these people come on. It's amazing. And by the way, if you guys go on, I'm Susie553. Which means there's 552 other guys named Susie before me. No, it's amazing. Because one of my friends said, you never tried cyber sex? It's really cool, Yeah, it's really great. I go in there, some girl goes, hey, want to have a threesome, you, me, and this other guy? Meet me in this chat room. And then I'm in there, and she goes, I'm performing oral sex on you. He's doing it doggy style. You grab my breasts. I'm doing this. I said, I can't do it with you anymore. I have carpal tunnel syndrome. Wanted to go, why don't you just do him while I go get some Aspercream? I'll be back in a few minutes. And then I see this one chat room that says, are you curious? And it's like, well, I am now. I want to know. I go in there, and a picture of this guy's thing pops up on the screen.
I'm not that curious.
Now I'm only curious about how to get it off my hard drive. I'm afraid I'm going to have a heart attack. They're going to find me dead with that on my computer, and that's how my kids are going to remember me. That you're not going to hear on Conan, definitely.
All right.
There's too many ons and ins in there.
All right, so Conan tomorrow night, and what's the name of the CD?
If you
people
buy
want to
my
pick it up?
CD, I can get this car. It's me sitting in a Porsche Boxster. It really was going to be called, if you buy my CD, I can get this Porsche, but then Warner said we didn't get permission from Porsche to use their name. And I said, but it's free advertising for them.
Yeah.
I said, they don't need you to sell cars. They're selling lots of them without you. So I should have picked like Hyundai or something.
Yeah, there you go.
They'd have been given me one.
Yeah.
Hyundai Tiburon.
All right, Anthony, we need to talk about MindSpring really fast here.
All right. Internet service.
It's a very cool internet service. If you're in the market for a new service, you might want to check out MindSpring, 1-888-M-SPRING. They got something that I really like, fast, reliable, 56K connections.
That's a problem when you sign up with other companies. You get 28.8.
Well, you got
slower.
You got the 56K modem, and you're hoping for the 56K hookup, and a lot of times you just don't get it.
What good is that?
But MindSpring takes care of that problem. They got lots and lots of 56K connections. Also, they got free customer support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, toll-free.
So you won't hear this. Here we go. Busy signal.
All our operators are presently busy. Please stay on the line for the next available operator.
Which could be Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, exactly.
This call cost you $2 a minute. Now, keep holding, please. We need more money.
So they got excellent service and support. You can get a hold of them pretty easily. Call MindSpring toll-free at 1-888-M-SPRING and tell them Opie and Anthony sent you. This is a little extra bonus here. MindSpring will waive the $25 startup fee and give you the first 30 days of service free from the day you sign up. Hey, a little treat for the faithful listeners later on this hour when you hear Pump It Up by Elvis Costello. Be the 10th caller at 212-757-1027, and you'll get the Rolling Stones CD, the live one, no security, giving that away all afternoon long here on the Opie and Anthony Show. 1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York. It's Opie and Anthony. WNEW brings you REM in concert this coming Wednesday night at midnight, so keep that in mind. And their new CD, Up, will be released tomorrow. I read a few reviews in the paper over the weekend on the REM album, and it's getting very mixed reviews at this point in time.
Really?
There's no real hooks. Like, the reviewers need hooks.
I think
and
REM
music
is a band that has their fans, and I don't think they're getting many new people in.
Not lately, anyway.
No.
But I like the new song we're playing.
You're an REM fan, right?
Yeah, I'm a big REM fan, and I don't mind the new song at all. Sounds a lot like Night Swimming, but it's cool.
Okay.
And tomorrow I'm going to pick up, and I'll check out the rest, and I'll tell you what I think about it.
You do that.
Also being released tomorrow, Fish, their latest CD is going to be out tomorrow.
Groovy.
The Story of the Ghost, first studio album in 2 years. And Dream Theater, Once in a Lifetime, first live album from these progressive rockers.
All right.
That'll be out tomorrow as well in your favorite record store.
What about Motley Crue's new album coming out? They're putting out a greatest hits album, Opie. You know how I learned that?
How?
Last night I'm flipping through the channels. WWF Wrestling is on.
Yeah.
Guess who's playing at a WWF wrestling event last night? Motley Crue. Is that about when you go, over?
What happened to wrestling?
Dunsky.
What happened to wrestling? I was a big wrestling fan.
Well, it's turned into a big soap opera now.
Yeah.
From what I could tell.
I mean, it's kind of cool that they got the bodacious babes, but
yeah.
Besides that, it's kind of goofy now.
For the most part now, they got these ridiculous storylines like a soap opera, and it's not really about the wrestling anymore. There's no more slobs anymore. No more like, you remember the Stiff? They'd have the big guy that came in, like your Hulk Hogan type guy.
Yeah.
And, all right, he's just wrestling a slob today.
Yeah.
And the guy comes out in the real wrestling attire.
Sure.
And it's like Mike from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know, and, all right, he's going to do it. And he starts beating up Hulk.
And you're like, oh, my God, is Mike from Brooklyn actually going to beat the Hulkster?
Of course. And then Hulk would throw him down. But those days are over. Now everyone is a superstar.
Yes.
And they're all, like, huge.
Yeah.
And they fight each other. And it doesn't matter who wins or loses because these belts that they have just go from one guy to the other.
I lost interest when Vince McMahon decided he wants to wrestle again.
Well, that's what I see now is Vince is very involved in what's going on.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin put the smackdown on his ass. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
I mean, as one episode I saw, Vince was in the hospital after receiving a bad leg injury. And Stone Cold went in disguised as a doctor and stuck something in Vince's butt.
Yeah.
Like an enema thing. Yeah, it's going to hurt you. And
they just happen to have video of this.
Oh, yeah.
That's
the
cute.
camera just happened to be in the hospital.
In the old days. Andre the Giant fighting 3 guys that were under 5 foot tall, and he would stack them up 3 high and
yeah.
sit on top of them, and that'd be the end of the match.
Mr. Fuji. With the dust he used to throw in the guy's eye.
Oh, my God. For the 100th match in a row, he's going to throw the dust in the guy's eye.
Oh, why did the ref ever see the dust, Opie? Why?
He used to get ticked off at the refs. What about Ernie Ladd?
Yeah, the good old days.
Ernie Ladd, the cat. He used to be with the Dallas Cowboys. He went into wrestling, and he had a thumb injury for 12 years. For 12 years, something like that.
Yeah, he had to wear something on his thumb, and he used to jab it in the people's eyes.
Yeah, of course. Those were the days.
Why do they allow him to do that every time? I don't understand it.
The Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Ivan Putski. The Polish Hammer. I think there's a new Putski or something. Is
there?
Is that supposed to be related to Ivan?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I just know now it's a big soap opera. I don't know. It's not like it used to be, Opie.
And Chief J Strongbow.
You have a great story.
What?
About when he turned bad?
I was so depressed as a kid. I think it was a tag team match with Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
And they're winning, Bruno and Chief J, and all of a sudden Chief J comes running in the ring with the chair and knocks Bruno out. It's like, oh my God, Chief J Strongbow is now a bad guy.
How did that happen?
I was so bummed.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, wrestling. How did we get on wrestling? We were talking about new CDs and we got onto wrestling?
Oh, Motley Crue was playing at the wrestling.
They really were?
Yeah, they got up and played a song. And I think they said in a couple of days they're going to be live again at a wrestling event. Like, they're going to get into it. Guaranteed it gets to the point where Vince Neil is in the ring or something, or Tommy Lee pulling out his huge penis move or something.
They're going to call him the Strangler.
He's choking him! He's using the Strangler! Oh, my God!
Hey, I'm finding this funny. All right.
Yeah, why not?
If you're playing at wrestling matches, that's only one step above playing in malls.
Yeah, it's done.
Yes.
I mean, they filled arenas when it was Motley Crue.
Yes.
They played to a full arena, but it was a wrestling crowd.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line.
1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. Jimi Hendrix, Blind Melon, and Elvis Costello, Pump It Up. That was the song you had to be listening for the Rolling Stones live CD, No Security, and Ross Latera of New Jersey. All Jersey winners today, it looks like.
What part?
What part of Jersey? Freehold, man.
All right.
Is that near you, Matt?
No, that's where Bruce lives.
I know it's where Bruce lives. I thought you lived near Bruce.
He's way down there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. You got more of these CDs to give away? I'm a little slow today. I've been spacing.
Well, you took that cold medication, so...
We survived. We survived the show. I went through a whole roll of toilet paper, too. I'll be fine tomorrow, Anthony. I think we had some fun today, though.
Yeah, we did.
I had fun. I was in space, like John Glenn's going to be on Thursday.
Let me see the roll of toilet paper.
Right here.
Wow, you did go through a lot.
Just about all of it.
Isn't that amazing? That's the only stuff that could go in those two areas. It's true when you think about it.
What else are you going to use? Sandpaper?
No, I mean, it's the only thing you would use for both areas.
That's so not true.
What else?
I use my sleeve all the time for my nose.
And then you use it for the other area?
My sleeve?
Oh, God, my God, he's a retard today, too. It's toilet paper, my friend.
Yeah.
So what else do you use toilet paper for? Your nose. You're using your sleeve for that?
Can I help here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think you misunderstood him.
I did misunderstand.
He said it's the only product you can use for both areas, your nose and the other.
Right, and I said, no, I use my sleeve for my nose. But that's another product.
So if you would use your sleeve for your butt, too, then it would work.
All right, I see. I told you I'm a little slow today.
Wow, you know something, kids? Go out and buy some Alka-Seltzer cold medicine if you want to be as wacky as Opie today.
Yeah, and they say that it doesn't make you drowsy or spacey. Yeah, right.
You drove in today, too, didn't you? Clear the field, people. Clear the field.
Clear the highway. Highways and byways. All right, you want to end with something silly today?
Very silly, sure.
All right, a track from our Demented World CD.
You know, the one you can't get in New York.
Exactly. So we figured we should at least play some of these on the air.
Yeah.
It's the only way you're going to hear it, because I think one guy this weekend found it after going to 20 record stores. Right? Isn't that what you got?
That's the email I got.